Hey guys, Super Mario fan here, and well, in case you haven't noticed yet, because guess what? Today, I'm gonna have to tell you all the story of how I created a creepypasta version of me, what is known as Evil Michael. And you wanna know why I created this character, who is he, why is he so scary, why he's so murderous, and why did he look like that? Well, I'll tell you the whole story of why this character was born. You see, a long time ago, there was a boy by the name of Michael who likes me because the guy was wearing a red hoodie, black pants, red shoes, and wear the same glasses as me. This boy was so kind, joy, everything else to the world. Even his family loved him as a son. Everybody loved Michael. Everybody loved Michael so much. Michael is a joy to the world. He loves everybody, he helps everybody, and he always has a heart full of gold. Everything in his family life what has been good. It's been pretty great in everything. He's been having a lot of times, all of it. He's a good boy. He didn't do anything wrong. He is a good, kind, loving boy who prays for God and everything. But because wait until you see that his life will turn into that you see that his life, including his family, is going to take a drastic and nightmarish turn. One day, when Michael, the red hoodie guy, was walking around on the streets, and then some of it contacted his phone and says, "Hey, you wanna come? Hey, you wanna come? Hey, you wanna come? Wait, hey, we just got a surprise for you. You wanna come? Hey, just come by on the abandoned street, and you can get your surprise there." Michael just said yes, and then Michael just got out of the house with the permission of his parents. He let out of the house and go to the abandoned street. In the abandoned street, there were two brutal men. Well, one of them is stronger. And second of all, these two brutal men have some friends behind. And then all of a sudden, they are waiting for him in the alley, and one of them is holding one bottle of acid, and then all of a sudden, the guy just went into the abandoned street, and then once he got there and says, "What surprise you got in store for me?" And then one of the brutal men says, "You shut your mouth." Because guess what? You want to know why we are here? It's because we are not the brutal man. Right. We are the brutal man. Because guess what? We seen you helping with family. We seen you helping with people. We seen you enjoying your family, and we seen you helping that. And you know how much anger we had to endure? Because guess what? We're getting sick and tired of you always being nice all the time. And you don't want to know why? Because we are always getting tired of what you always been the best boy ever. And you know what? We're getting sick and tired of it. And so we just have no choice but to make you disappear into this world. We had no choice. We're going to brutally beat you up. We're going to disfigure your face until you're completely dead with nothing. And the bottle of acid, you're going to get your face completely disfigured. You're going to see. Get him, boys. All of a sudden, Michael, terrified, just run away so quickly to avoid the brutal men. One of the brutal men starts throwing glass bottles, rocks, and even old rusty cans to make him slow down. The boy cried for help, He cried for help, his family, his friends, and all of it. But none of them had ever heard his cries for help. And so, after a few minutes, or should I say 10 minutes of running, the brutal men finally catch up to Michael. And then, for the worst part of this, the worst part is just that these brutal men starts beating brutally out of poor Michael. The men are punching so brutally that his face is starting to convulsing with all of those punches. And then they took him into the abandoned street, and then they hit him so hard that the boy is convulsing with all these hits. After all of the hitting in the face and even all of his body, that guess what? One of the brutal men just had a bottle of acid, poured it on Michael's face, and then leaving him completely disfiguring his entire face completely. And he died. The brutal man laughs so evilly and says, "Ha! That'll teach him a lesson. He'll never help anything or anything else anymore. Come on, man. Let's get out of here." The brutal man then leave the scene. What if they didn't know? It's just that there is this other person who has been watching the whole thing. And then his family feels worried that his son might be lost or dead. So they start looking for him, and after a few months, they give up looking for him. And that's when they don't find him. And then, after a few months later, let's just say that it's been, I don't know, like 9 months later, that it's been 9 months since poor Michael was been brutally beaten by the men, and he was buried in the ground. He was buried in the ground for so long. And so then, the same person, which I assume was a person, well, let's just say that some kind of person who helped me, that the person who helped him, he was wearing a brown jacket, a dirty shirt, and a huge hay hat to cover his entire face, and his beard is so long, and most of all, he looks like a stranger with an aspect so creepy. And so then, the man with the creepy aspect just came up to the hole and says, "Man, I can't believe it that this poor soul has to go through with it. And now I have no choice but to give him the power he needs." And so then, the man dug up the dirt, and he found the body of poor Michael. And he put it up, and then he put up the body, put it into his face, and says, "The only way I can provide you is you can get revenge on those who beat you up. So don't worry, little boy. This won't hurt at all." And so the man put his hand onto Michael's face, and he started to remember all the bad things all the brutal man had said to him, and even the part where they started brutally beating him up, and the part where he brutally beat him up and put acid on his face. And then all of a sudden, that when Michael was revived, his aspect changed. Michael has black eyes with red pupils, sharp teeth, horns of a devil, and black hoodie and gray shirt and gray pants. And his glasses, because his eyesight was better now that he got this power. And now the boy who is now the nicest person around is not nice anymore, but a heart full of pure evilness and darkness inside of him. And so then, that's when Evil Michael was born. And so then, Evil Michael starts to take his revenge. Evil Michael starts to take revenge on the brutal man. And so then Evil Michael is like, well, okay. Evil Michael just went into the brutal man's house, and then one of the brutal men came into the room and says, "Boy, I'm so glad we got rid of that boy once and for all." This is it? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. One of the brutal men came in, and when he saw it was shocking, and he says, "Wait, you again? But how?" And then Evil Michael says, "Do you really think you could kill me? How long? How nice of you to see you, Mr. Brutal Man. And now, as revenge for getting me killed, I'm gonna kill all of you." So then Michael killed one of the brutal men. And so then Michael kills every brutal man with a hang side of his hand. He swoops down with his claws, and he starts killing brutally, gruesomely, and then he killed them all. And that's how Evil Michael was born. Born to kill somebody who get in his way. And that's how this character I created was born. Well, guys, hope you all loved this origin story of Evil Michael. But don't worry, I will do some drawings of how Michael just got brutally beaten. How I'm going to create more Evil Michael drawings. If you want more of this character of Evil Michael, just subscribe and click like on this video. Well, guys, this is my very good origin story. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. Don't forget to click like. Don't forget to click the bell, and don't forget to share this video with all your friends. Well, guys, this is Michael signing off on YouTube. Well, see you later, guys. Bye, and I'll see you next time.